Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Thursday, March 9th, 2017. It's currently 10:15 a.m. and it is rather warm out there. That's going to be a factor as we head in towards tomorrow with the potential for snowfall accumulation, especially for your high elevations, but also for the New York City metro. We'll dive into that in just a moment. Temperatures this morning range from the upper 40s to lower 50s over the northern interior, lower to mid 50s in the New York City metropolitan area, and upper 50s to lower 60s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Warm air is surging in ahead of a cold front that will move through the area this afternoon. Not much in the way of a change as far as air mass. The real air mass changer comes later on tonight into tomorrow morning with an Arctic air mass on the move. On the radar, not much is going on right now over the region. We have precipitation off to our west that's going to start to develop and continue to expand as we move into the evening hours. Look for precipitation, mostly in the form of rain, to develop towards midnight and then gradually change over to snow as we head into the morning hours tomorrow. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see we have one boundary moving through the region right now. No precipitation is expected with this boundary. There's our first cold front that will move through this evening, and then our Arctic cold front way up here, and this is going to move through tomorrow, and you're definitely going to feel the difference in temperatures by the time you get to tomorrow afternoon, with temperatures falling through the 30s and into the 20s. And how about lows by Saturday morning in the teens throughout the entire region, even a few single digits. So definitely the potential for some record-breaking cold setting up for the area. So let's dive into this forecast. Now for today, the series of cold fronts move through. Windy conditions are expected. Look for winds to veer to the southwest around 10 to 20 miles per hour throughout the day today, with temperatures rising into the mid to upper 50s over the New York City metro and upper 50s to lower 60s over the Philadelphia metro. For this evening, precipitation will start to develop. Look for that precipitation to become more widespread after midnight. And by tomorrow morning, what we're going to see is as this wave of low pressure is passing off the New Jersey coast, that rain-snow mix is going to change over to all snow. Now, just because it's going to change over to snow does not necessarily mean it's going to accumulate. This is going to be a tricky forecast with this storm, because what we're going to be waiting for is cold air to come in as this precipitation is moving through. So this tends to lead to scenarios where you get more snowfall developing or falling and accumulating on your cold surfaces and car tops, and less so on your streets and areas and paved areas. So here's basically what I'm expecting in this scenario. For your higher elevations and the northern interior, cold air will be in place much faster, so snow accumulation will be much easier. Looking at 2 to 6 inches of snow, primarily dependent on the elevation. Okay, so the higher you are in elevation, the more likely you're going to see higher snowfall amounts. Now here's where we get a little bit tricky with this forecast. This is my high volatility area in this forecast. On the roadways itself, especially anything treated, looking at trace, maybe an inch on some back roads, it's going to be really difficult to accumulate on sidewalks and on streets. And again, if you have treatment on this, won't be a problem because temperatures are going to be pretty marginal to support snowfall accumulation while this is going on. On cold surfaces, though, anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of snow on your grass can be expected. So we're going to watch this very carefully. Another factor here to keep an eye on is some of this precipitation is going to be heavy. Okay, so the question comes down to is to whether or not the precipitation falls heavy enough to overcome the warm boundary layer or warm surface that's already in place. That's primarily the question to this entire forecast moving forward, and so this is the forecast we have in place right now. As you head further south into Philadelphia metro and central and southern New Jersey, not looking for much in way of accumulation here with the snowfall. Looking at pretty much what we call white rain, where snow is falling but just doesn't accumulate, melts on the ground, and pretty much moves through the region without much of an impact. As far as the forecast is concerned, that storm leaves by about 2 p.m. and then we start to clear out. Temperatures don't move all that much. Looking at lows in the lower 30s, highs in the mid 30s. It's just going to be a raw, cold, ugly day. Saturday doesn't get much better. Watch out for a few snow flurries, It's going to be windy, winds from the northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and temperatures are going to be near record-breaking cold, with lows in the single digits to lower teens, highs in the mid to upper 20s. It is going to feel horrible outside, unless you like cold weather. The good news is that this cold air does not last all that long. On Sunday, we start to see some moderation with high pressure in control. Look for sky cloud cover, lows in the mid-teens, highs in the upper 20s to lower 30s. On Monday, high pressure remains in control with sky cloud cover expected, light and variable winds, low temperatures in the lower to mid-teens, highs in the mid to upper 30s. On Tuesday, we'll have to watch this storm very carefully. It's another one we'll have to watch. The latest guidance keeps this low pressure system a little bit further out in the Atlantic and producing only a few snow showers. However, any shift west would mean the potential for an accumulating snowfall that could be significant. Temperatures will range from the lower 20s for lows and mid 30s for highs. On Wednesday, high pressure will take control with breezy weather conditions expected. Lows in the upper teens to lower 20s, highs in the mid to upper 30s. And on Thursday, look for high pressure to be in place with sky cloud cover, lows in the mid to upper teens, highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s. That is your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NYNJPA weather. And as always, stay safe out there.